you know. Thanks for visiting. Well, anyway, a lot of you probably don't know this about Ozzie. He was somewhat of a beatnik. I'm all surprised, but he's always dressed impeccably with iron shirt, tie, totally
Underwear.
He probably ironed his underwear. But at one time, he invited us out to play golf. I think it was out in Temecula. 10 or 12 of us. He was having a mini golf tournament with us. So we were supposed to meet everyone at about 5 o'clock in the bar and have a couple cocktails before we were going to dinner. So he calls me up and says, "Come on, come over to my room. I got to show you what I got." So you go over there about 4:45, and he goes, "Yeah, I got key prizes for everyone, and shirts and everything." He's got this big cardboard box. He starts taking everything out and laying them on the other bed in the place. He goes, "Oh, wait a minute, I got some wine I want you to taste." I said, "Fine, I said, we got to go out in about 15 minutes. He goes, "Yeah, you taste this wine." So he opens a bottle of wine, goes into the bathroom, takes the glasses, water glasses, with the little paper things out. "How do you like it? How do you like it?" "Great, Ozzie." And then he proceeds to lay out every shirt in a beautiful display, saying, "Oh, this is going to be for him. This is going to be first place prize, and this is going on." "That's good. Want a little more wine?" He gives me a little more wine. "It's delicious. It's delicious." I said, "Okay, we got to get going. Okay, so I'm going to call you in the morning. You come over, help me pack this stuff up, and we'll bring it out to the first meet. I got a table out there. We're going to display everything out there." I said, "I'm sure you are." I said, "Okay, yeah, no problem." So, getting really late, so let's go. He said, "Okay, you want a little more?" I said, No. He said, "Okay, you done with that?" I said, "Yeah." So he takes the glasses, the 2 glasses, and he pours the wine out, washes the glass, and puts the little paper thing back on. So I said, "Well, wait a minute." He has to pack up every shirt, put it in the proper box, roll it in water. "Come on, we gotta go." He goes, "Okay, now I'll put it away." So we go out to dinner, had a nice dinner. Some people went to the bar and kind of disappeared. So I go over there at the designated time in the morning. I go in there, and the place is immaculate. I go, "Ozzie, where did you sleep last night? We wind up passing out someplace else?" He goes, "No, here." I go, "How the hell did you get, room service this early in the morning?" He goes, "No, I made the bed." I go, "Ozzie, we're in a hotel. They have people that come in and do that." No, that's fine." I swear to God, the place was cleaner than it was when he probably did the windows in the meantime. I've never seen anyone make their bed in a hotel. Anyway, I could tell you a million other stories, but then I'd have to get insulting, so.
Thank you, Paul. Our next speaker, moving on from the Irish connection we just had with Paul, is an Italian connection through Thomas Anthony Palermo, or as Ozzie would call him, that son of a bitch Dago. Tom?
Just to clarify, Oz never called me son of a bitch Dago. As you no good Dago.
I know what he meant.
So here we are. My name's Tom, and I'm an alcoholic. Wrong crowd. I could be in the right place.
You look familiar.
It was Monday morning, and I woke up at about 4 o'clock in the morning, and all these stories were going through my head, and I had to get up and write them down. I had about 65 minutes worth of stuff that I trimmed down to about 7 minutes last time I timed it. So I'm going to read through it real quick, and it's for you, Oz. I'd like to welcome everybody on behalf of Frida and the whole Oswald family. My name is Tom Palermo. I first met Uncle Ozzie 1991 to 94. My wife got married the first time. Yes, I was in the wedding party, but that's a whole nother story. We all went up to the bachelor party, and when we got home, Ozzie cooked us, in the wee hours of the morning, Ozzie cooked us pork chops and eggs. The only things I remember from that night were those pork chops and some random girls' names. Portia, Mercedes, Bambi, and Destiny. Most people were lucky enough to have one love in their life. Uncle Ozzie had two great loves, bourbon and cigars. Julie was Ozzie's first love. There he was introduced to the Ahrens family, a group of women that didn't take shit from anyone or anybody. Maybe that's where my wife gets it. We've been in 10 fights and I've lost all 12. His second love was Frida, another angel sent from heaven to only find out how charming, outgoing, so easy to get along with Ozzie was. Ozzie had two ways of doing things, his way or his way, and if it wasn't his way, it was the wrong way. Through the years, I heard so many great stories with so many great names. Obradovich, Barry, Hennessey, Dowd, Mattingly. The way Ozzie talked about these guys, I thought they were movie stars. The stories he would tell. Well, I met this guy in 1965. He was driving a 48 Ford. Not a 47, because the 47 has a fin that went over a little bit like this. He had one taillight out. His mom was a smoking hot babe. Then I met her sister. Every story went on, and I forgot what he was talking about when he first started. Ozzie and I hit it off great from the start. We both raced motorcycles and both loved fast cars and women. I imagine Ozzie as a little boy, he was like Tanner from the Bad News Bears. Later on in life, Ozzie always reminded me of Clint Eastwood. Not the guy from Dirty Harry, more like the guy from Gran Torino. Whenever I would call him on the phone, he'd say, "Hey, you no good Dago, what the hell, or how the hell are you?" I'd let him talk for 20 minutes because you didn't want to interrupt Ozzie. And when he was done, he'd say, "See you soon, ta-ta." You can't mention the name Uncle Ozzie and not bring up Notre Dame football. Every time they'd score a touchdown, he'd grab his trumpet and play that Notre Dame fight song, no matter what time of day it was. His second sports team was the Cubbies. In 2016, my wife placed a bet on the Cubs to win it all. I told Ozzie about this bet. He said, "Bring me that ticket. I'll pay you the winning. Just want to hold on to that ticket." Oz did his part in trying to kick cancer's ass. Last year, he went into the hospital and Frida asked us to come see him that he wasn't looking good. When we got there, she was right. Is the music playing already?
It's like the Academy Award.
We forgot the hook.
And she was right. He didn't look so good. Cancer had taken its toll. Within 10 minutes, the old dog was back.
It's Ozzie.
Yes.
Need your glasses?
When we walked into the hospital, he didn't look real good, so I thought, man, this is not good. And then within 10 minutes, he says to me, "Tommy, look out the window. What do you see?" I said, "I see a wall." He saw exactly. So I told the nurse that we were going to bust him out and go get him a beer. She laughed and said, "Make sure you only take him around the nurse's station. We agreed, however, Oz had different plans. As soon as we were out of her sight, he had me back the wheelchair up, take him into the visitor's lounge where we were there looking out the two big windows for miles we could see. We sat in that room for 2 hours until I saw nurses running around frantically. I popped my head out the door and said, "Is there a problem?" And she said, "Yes, I thought you were telling the truth about taking him for beers." Later on that day, we brought him back to his room, and that's when I knew Ozzie was going to get better. The phone was ringing at the nurse's station outside his room, and it kept ringing. He yelled out, "Is anybody going to answer that goddamn phone?" That's not the end of the story. It started ringing again. He had me push his wheelchair to the nurse's station, where he proceeded to unplug the phone from the wall. A couple months later, we came to visit again. He was out of the hospital and was moving around fairly well. I believe it was Frida's birthday, and he ran to the florist or 7-Eleven to get some flowers for her, and was a little bit winded when he got back. Frida said, "Ozzie, why don't you use the oxygen? It's right next to you." Ozzie's reply was priceless. He said, "Look, I got 7 goddamn doctors and ain't one of them named Frida." True story. On behalf of Frida, I'd like to thank some special people that have been here for her through this tremendously hard time. Jack Mattingly, what else can you say about Jack? Just the name, him there every day was awesome. Jared and Corey for making sure if Frida needed something, that it was taken care of. Her girl squad, Bonnie and Terry, for those shoulders to cry on. Karen, the Kates, and Michelle for revealing Frida as much as they could and keeping everyone in the loop on their text. Frida's sister, Nancy, and Betty were just a phone call away. Chuck Tipton and Ozzie's sister, Marilyn, also. And everybody else that came to visit Ozzie while he was in the hospital. I'm going to leave you with this lullaby my grandmother would sing to me when I was young. It's in Italian. I know what the first words mean, but not sure what the rest. I'd like to apologize ahead of time for my voice because my coach is in rehab. So it goes a little something like this. Do, 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 or maybe you baila la, se de mare di canta, or maybe you baila la. My interpretation of that song goes a little like this. I know that do, do, do means go, go, go. So go to sleep, Uncle Oz, and when you wake up, you'll be sitting next to Jesus. He'll have a bottle of Jim Beam in one hand and a cigar in the other. Salute!
Thank you, Matt. And moving on through the Italian visit, we're going slightly south. We're going slightly south to Croatia. So we can have Jim Obradovich up, please. Jim, we're on. Get up here. One of these others, well, let me tell you, Croatians are real nice people, but they're dumb.
I don't know if I could top the last one that came in there. Well, I was over at their house the other day with Frida, and she was telling me one of Ozzie's golf trips, which I never knew. Ozzie and I met, and actually in 1979, my family bought Julie's Restaurant. And Ozzie was our liquor salesman. And we came pretty close to the time, and then when I started OBs in the 90s, it's not a cop.
I never know what I'm saying, but I wanted to speak up.
So when I opened OBs, Ozzie was my salesman, we became really close and started playing a lot of golf together. Then I got on the European tour, met this prick to my left. I didn't know that until I roomed with him for 3 years. But recently, so the little thing that Ozzie did is he used to have miniatures in his golf bag all the time. A lot of, he's a liquor salesman. He worked for him for 30 years. He probably a quarter of his garage is full of these miniatures. And he used to pass them out and want us to all drink with him and have fun and everything. So Frida told me that he used to go in the kitchen like a little scientist, empty the bottles, get some food coloring, and match them up. He would give you the alcohol, you would drink the water. So that was Ozzie would do pretty much anything to win. He was very, very competitive when he played golf. We had a lot of fun together. I'll miss him and have many memories for many, many years, but I loved him. Ozzie was a great guy. Cheers.
Thank you, Jim. That was very good for the Croatians. And we've already had 3 nails, so we're changing the sex. So we can have Karen, please come on, Clem. Oh, where is she? Is she here? Oh, here she is, my love.
I didn't know I was next on the docket, so. So I'm Karen Ahrens Klimcak, and I don't know if many of you know, but at age probably 43, 45, Ozzie became a father. So he adopted me. Now, and I say that with quotes. He adopted me I was 22 and out of college from Danville, Illinois, totally naive and clueless. I didn't have a job, so I got a call from Ozzie and Joya. Hey, you want to come out here and try to find a job? I packed every single thing I could, and I brought it out here saying I'm never going back. And my dad, I'll add this, my dad said, yeah, I want to see what you say once you live with Ozzie for a while. Because at that point, they were the fun, cool aunt and uncle. So anyway, I get out here, the first stop is the hole in the wall before we even make it to the house. And after that, they guided me through everything that I needed to do. They didn't do it for me necessarily, but we went back there and she got my resume typed and then found out who the controller was at his aircraft and marched it up to his secretary. So I had a job in 3 weeks. Then Ozzie, well, you're gonna need a car. Okay, so you know how Ozzie loved to look for cars. So he found me this little Volkswagen Rabbit. And we go to pick up the Volkswagen Rabbit, and I'm like, Ozzie, I don't know how to drive a stick yet. So Ozzie says, no problem, we'll tell you. We'll teach you. So he drives me out to the Mojave Desert. I'm sure it's because he knows, I've never seen an ocean, I've never seen a desert. He drives us out there, we're driving around, he's like, oh, we need gas. We get to the gas station, he's like, oh shit, there's a lock on this gas cap. And for any of you that knew him back in his liquor salesman days, Ozzie always ran out of gas. So, because he had a diesel, and he always thought he could make it a little while further. So anyway, but the whole point as a parent now, I see that, even though he didn't have kids, Julia didn't have kids, they guided me every step of the way, trying to teach me what the right thing was to do. I often tell a story how after three months of living with them, going out with them, and I was a college graduate, I thought it was a good party. No. So after 3 months, we had been out probably until 2 in the morning, and at 8 in the morning, Ozzie decides to clean the windows of my bedroom with a hose. I jumped out of bed, marched into the living room and said, I can't take it anymore, I gotta find a place to live. So off we went to the garage sales to look for a dresser, and a bed, made me an end table, did all these things for me. So anyway, and I have matured enough over the years that I have had the opportunity to tell him how truly grateful I am. He literally changed my life in Julia. Otherwise, if I was back in Danville, oh Lord, I may not be here. So he really impacted my life, and he impacted the life of my cousins. Only a fraction of us really got to come out and enjoy things with him and enjoy at the time. And we got to do things we would have never gotten to do. And yes, we got yelled at a lot. I always interrupted. So, when I had my kids out here a few years ago, that was their favorite part. He would yell at us. So, anyway, but I'm just so grateful, and I know all my cousins are too. We are extremely grateful to Frida that when she came into his life, she just embraced us as well. And we got to continue coming down here, visiting, and it was just like it always was. So I want to make sure Frida knows that we the cousins, are extremely appreciative of that. So anyway, those are my thoughts to share.
Well said, Mark. Thank you very much.
Guys, finally, you guys at the back, just hang on there for a sec. Finally, the last birthday week, we've had all the international thing, because Karen's a Slovak, but we were keeping that quiet till the end. All by marriage. We're having a real Midwest American farmer say a few words. It's probably Oz's oldest buddy. Jack Mattingly, please, could you step up? Come on, Jack. And I happen to know the story, so listen to the punchline. It's really worth it.
Thank you, Mr. Dowd. Well, where's Marilyn's sister? Where's Marilyn's sister? Is she? Okay, well, Marilyn is probably the only person here, probably the only person here that's known Ozzie longer than I have. Ozzie and I went to college together back in Illinois. And I came to, by the way, Paul, where'd he go?
He's gone to another funeral.
He has! Anyway, I want to tell you that he's absolutely right. Ozzie did iron his jockey shorts. I swear to God, I got up one morning and walked in the living room, and there he was, ironing his jockey shorts. What are you doing? And of course, that. And Julia put ironing his shirt, but she couldn't do it right. But anyway, Ozzie and I go back a long way. And I came out to California in '64, and he was working back in Illinois. And then he came out in '65. And this story, Frida, where are you? How many times have you heard it?
A lot.
A lot. Every time I would come down to the beach, which has been a lot lately, I would go to his house when he was home, or even in the hospital. And he'd tell the story if there were some new people there. And he'd say, I came out in '64, and I was living in this house down on the Strand. There's a big 7-bedroom house, and there was about 7 or 8 guys living there, and they let me move in. And my bedroom was a closet. And he was a little upset and couldn't take it as neat as he was. He ironed his shorts. He came to my door and had his suitcase. He knocked on my door. I went to the door and he's standing there. And he said, Jack, I cannot stay down there in that desk. It's just a picnic. Can I stay here for a couple of weeks and find a place to stay? The rest is history. And we had him home. And yes, the nurses.
Corner.
The nurses, what do they call them?
Hospice.
Nurses. Yeah, they were there taking care of him. They were wonderful. And he came home Thursday, and we were there with him. He died Sunday morning, 7:24, and they called the mortuary. They came to pick him up.
And she was walking out for William out. And I said, Bill, and I always call him Bill when we're serious. I says, your 2 weeks is up.
Thank you, Jenny. Guys, apparently we're here till 3 o'clock. And the 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. Before we go, Frida would like everybody, not just the golfers amongst us, there is a box up here with about 300 golf caps. So please come up and take your favourite and take it away in memory of Oz. For the proper drinkers amongst you, and that's everybody who ever knew Oz. And Manhattan Beach is a good place to be this evening. Thank you all so much for coming along and enjoy the rest of the day.